My mother, on the other hand, what she did before she migrated and came here would have been obviously to run a household, to manage most of these things, or a number of them, as well as at the end of a week in the reaping season, to buy up from other farmers to reap all the products, where they would employ people to do this. And then she would take this into the bigger centers where these things would be sold. What you might have come across the term higglers. But the higglers traditionally in Jamaica was very much that type of person who, from the countryside, delivering food to the bigger towns or to the city of Kingston. And what my mother would do, as I learnt later on, was to take agricultural products to those parts, sell them, and buy more urban products, such as oils, butter, and so forth, and return them.
So would she actually sit and sell herself? Or?
Oh yes, yeah. Yes. But she'd have helpers with her as well. And she'd have regular customers at those places. So, well, decades later when she returned to Jamaica, she still had links with some of the people in Maypen, Spalding, who, you know, she would still relate to. Oh yes, yeah, yes. In my family, the person who ran the money entirely was my mother. My mother's, in terms of just human intelligence, was just a superb person. And she, in terms of arithmetic in particular, I mean, you could throw any amount of numbers at her and ask her for the conclusion. Within a matter of minutes or seconds, you would have them. In buying and selling, she used to say she took her scales with her, because each of these sellers would have their scales, but that she could put them in her hands, throw them up, and tell the buyer what the weights are. And if they want to test it, they could test it on the scale, and it would be exact. I find that to be quite incredible. But she was a very, very, very sharp, very much a leader of people. When my mother died, and in this country, centuries later, and we took her body back to Kingston, I was overwhelmed by the amount of people who turned up from Britain, the United States, and throughout Jamaica to her funeral. People whom I knew only peripherally. And she had a profound impact on folks. Now, she ran the family in terms of investments. In this country, my parents bought a number of houses, rented them, and so forth. And in Kingston as well, and a number of land. So they were not, by the end of their day, they were quite substantially rich, but there were so many of us, and we were all louts, so it didn't get anywhere. But in terms of, it was always my mother who would, my father was very cautious, but he always, sort of left it to my mother to deal with. And she was always the person who took those decisions.